Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Rise and Shine on this Thursday, October 17th. I am thrilled to have Dana Cordell, the Continuing Education and Corporate Training Manager at Gadsden State Community College, with us today. Dana, thank you so much for joining us to talk about the incredible opportunities available through your program. So let's dive right in. So welcome. How are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you? A little bit cold.
Good. I know it is those chilly mornings. That's what's going to start, and it's just going to continue. We might have some, around Christmas, we tend to get some warmer weather, of course. It's so wild.
Alabama weather.
I know.
For sure.
It's wild. You never know. But yes, it's a chilly, brisk morning, so thanks for joining us. I'm looking forward to learning more about the continuing education program and the corporate training program. So can you give us a little overview offered of these programs that are offered there at Gadsden State?
Sure, Courtney. The continuing education, there's two different divisions. So the continuing education portion is based mainly on community and what the community needs, and then the corporate training portion also focuses on business and industry in the area and how we can train those persons in short-term training to help the employers.
That's nice.
So there are many different classes that we have coming up. Whenever you get ready to talk about those, we can go into those because there's quite a few of them this month.
Yeah, this month, okay.
Yes.
Well, how do you identify and develop courses that meet the current needs of the community and those local industries?
So I depend heavily on the community and the industry partners. Just staying in communication, everything's about relationships.
Oh, yeah.
Everything is about relationships. So just staying in good relationship with the community partners, social services, business and industry, other education entities gives us a good idea of what the needs are. Yeah. Just staying in those relationships, we can understand what is needed in the community and then tap into those experts that we can use as instructors and provide those courses for the community or for the business and industry.
Yeah, that's amazing. So when you say community, it's a broad stretch of community. You're talking Etowah County, Calhoun County, Cherokee counties, because there's a lot of Gadsden State presence in these counties. Is that so? You work with all of those counties?
Yes, I do. I work with Cherokee County through the Cherokee campus. Work it through Ayers campus here in Anniston, and then also in Gadsden. So it's broad, and it's very interesting because each area has its own personality. So the needs are different for each area, and really have to get to know. Again, it's just relationships. Forming those good relationships also with the chamber, different business and industry, and community partners. So that helps us to really understand what the needs are for that specific area. Because I don't want to offer something for someone that is going to be in Gadsden that does not have the same interest as Cherokee County. For example, Cherokee County has a lot of agriculture, farming, poultry. Poultry science is very big in Cherokee County, whereas Gadsden is more industry related, retail sales, community services. So every area is different. Yeah,
that makes sense. That poultry science program, I really loved learning about that there in Cherokee. You mentioned that 2 and 2, that transfer. That's just such a cool program.
It is.
As there's so many of the ones that are offered. So you work a lot with the chambers to kind of identify those businesses that need some additional help and training. And how do you communicate that with the businesses?
So just having that relationship with the chamber, they are a very good partner with us to reach out to so that we can touch as many industries as possible. We just have started working real closely with Etowah Chamber and then also Calhoun County Chamber of Commerce as well.
Yeah, they're both so great. They do such great things in the communities, and I know they have so many businesses that are members, and that's so important to have a strong chamber. I think that just makes the community even stronger. And then being able to partner and work together, that's so cool. I saw that going through leadership. Etowah went through the leadership program, and Gadsden State was a very big part of that. And so that was really neat to see. I imagine that you meet a lot of people through those kind of programs too, because these are, your leadership. These are people who are working in the communities with businesses. So that's a great place to meet people as well.
Yes, that's very true. And we're lucky to partner with Etowah Chamber, and we're assisting them with the leadership program currently. and it's wrapping up this next month before graduation in December. So it is very good to get to know more of the up-and-coming leaders in the community.
It's such a cool program. I know that right now applications are open for the following, for the upcoming leadership class. So if you're interested in that, that's a great thing to do. Go to that Etowah County Chamber of Commerce Facebook page or website to apply there. So let's get back on track. So continuing education programs.
Yes.
What are some of the most popular continuing education programs, and why do they resonate with the students?
Okay, since I have been on board, the one that I have seen that is in highest demand has been the CPR BLS courses.
Okay.
That is a very high demand program because the CPR, not only do they, if they need a certification to get into the nursing programs or to be employed, a lot of times they'll need that for their employer, then they might need a recertification. So generally every semester there is a rotating schedule of students that need to have a new certification or have a recertification. So that is one of the top courses that we offer, and again, it is for community. It's not just for the students. It is for community or anyone that is interested in that program. There is also for the corporate training, we on the CPR side, we offer a lifesaver course that is a full day. So for first responders through businesses, they all have those. So we offer that for their first responders.
Nice.
Also, there's the ACT prep course.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
The ACT program, or I'm sorry, the ACT test is coming up October 28th. That's the next one here in our area. So we are having an ACT prep course on the 21st.
Oh, nice.
And that is our first afternoon course. So generally we have that from 9 to 12, but it is going to be in the afternoons. And so that ACT prep course will be offered on the 21st, and you can go online through gadstenstate.edu and go to continuing education. You'll see this link to register and pay at the same time to reserve your seat, because there are a limited number of seats.
Sure.
So that course is $99, and it is beneficial because not only do you get the training to how to take the test, a few test prep tips, but also you get to keep that workbook. So they have a book that they can take home and then continue studying even after the class.
Oh, that's great. That's so beneficial.
It is. It has been very beneficial to a lot of people, I've heard.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, that's a big test, because it could really set up that student for the ability to, get scholarships or get into the school of their choice. And that's a very important test. And not everyone is able to prep on their own.
It's very true.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to do it without help.
No.
Couldn't imagine.
Because it is important. You want to score as high as you possibly can, because there's a timeline. A lot of times this may be the last test that someone has opportunity to take before their entry, and they need to have that as high as possible.
Sure.
So we encourage as many people to get on board with that ACT prep course as they can.
Do you still have spots available?
I do currently, yes.
Oh, wow.
We have a few slots left, but again, they go pretty quick.
I'm sure, yeah.
Please do get online and register so that they can get their spot reserved.
Yeah, because even a difference in like 2 points on an ACT could make a big difference in the scholarship dollars and again admissions to a school, or to and just having that ACT score to be proud of too, of course. So that's great. I remember we went through that in the last few years, and we will again with kids, and that was a big one, was trying to find someone that could help with that prep, and I wish I would have known that. How long has this been offered?
I know that at least for the past 2 years. I'm not sure before that, but the instructor that we have, she is very knowledgeable, has been doing this course for some time. So I can definitely trust her to give great advice and to guide the students real well.
Yeah, that's awesome. Gosh, well, so you're learning about this now. So if you're out there looking for an ACT prep course for yourself or your kids or your grandkids or nieces and nephews, GadsdenState.edu is the place to find that information. And yeah, that's great. So get them into that prep course, because there's no need to have to do that alone. You know, sometimes you don't know where to start because you don't know what's going to be on that test. But if you have experts that are going to be there, you know, to help with that, it puts you at ease too, you know, and how to combat like test anxiety. Does she talk about those things when
she does? Yeah, she goes through how to take the test.
Yeah, it's a big one.
So it's from beginning to end, because she goes through all the tips of how to relax yourself and take the test, how to answer the questions if you're not real sure between two answers. She does go through all of those tips.
Yeah, that's good, because sometimes you know the material,
right,
but it gets a little, you know, nerve-wracking, I guess, when you actually sit down and take the test for the first time and you haven't prepped for it.
Right, lots of pressure.
Yeah.
A lot of people feel a lot of pressure sometimes, so she does help. Again, she addresses all of those things to help try and relax yourself so that you can take the test and get what you know out onto the paper.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Get what you know, because you know it.
Right.
You just have to do that. I suffered from a little test anxiety. Like, I would know the material, and then I'd get down to take the test, and it's like, it just goes away. It's like, wait, I know this, but it leaves you. So that would be nice to know how to just kind of take some breaths and then have that advice. So make sure that you register for that if you're interested. So let's talk some more about the corporate training. So the programs, and you've talked about the local businesses and industries. How do those programs truly benefit those local businesses and industries?
So what we do is we can offer those short-term, just one day, few hours, or a full-day training for the corporate world that is going to target and customize training for them specifically. So if an employer is interested in a type of training, whether it is just speaking to manufacturing and industry, if there are production clerks potentially that have been promoted into positions, one of the things I've looked at heavily is the Excel program. A lot of people may not be very familiar with Excel, but industry uses Excel almost exclusively for all of their reports. So we are looking at offering that for business and industry, and again, targeting them and customizing for their group. We can do it as small or as large as they want it. We just did start a training for business and industry here in Anniston with a company here, and so they are training on certification for HVAC and for some of their maintenance. So there's lots of different options. So basically, anything that a company is in need of as far as training is concerned, if they could reach out to me, let me know what their needs are. We have instructors that are willing to teach that class, or they can use one of their experts, and we can offer that to them and provide the training.
That's awesome. You mentioned Excel. I mean, that is something. I took some continuing education classes on Excel because a lot has changed, or either if you don't use it all the time, you think you remember, and then you get in there and you're like, well, I haven't opened Excel in like, 6 months, and I'm trying to remember how to do these formulas. And so I went back. I mean, it had been a while since I'd used Excel, and then I saw a need, so I did that, and that was very beneficial. And I can imagine having everyone in your workforce, that needs to use it, to just kind of have a little refresher course, because it's amazing the things that you think you know about Excel, but then how many things that you don't know, even if you've been working with it for a long time. I mean, that's something you can learn some really good tips, and it can save so much time. Like, I know when I was doing an Excel project, and when I was looking, I was like, oh my goodness. So I went through that, and it saved me like days worth of work just knowing how to sort through and do the filters and everything that I need. So that's wonderful. Well, we've got some more things to talk about, of course, but right now we're going to have to take a quick break. So stay tuned. We're going to talk more about what's offered there at Gadsden State. So stay tuned. You're watching Rise and Shine right here on WEAC TV 24.
Some say college isn't for single parents or people who work full-time. I'm here to prove them wrong. I'm a first-generation American, the father of Dion, and a non-traditional student at Gadsden State Community College. As a sergeant in the Army National Guard, I've watched soldiers with degrees progress faster in their careers. So today, I'm in school, involved in the Veterans Upward Bound program, and excited to see what's in store for my career. I truly am earning my wings at Gadsden State.
Come out and check out the Alabama Tractor difference. We can take care of all your needs of parts, sales, and service for RTVs, zero turns, and tractors and construction equipment. See us here in Lincoln at 620 Speedway Industrial Drive. Or come visit us here in Asheville at 275 6th Avenue, or give us a call at 205-594-7000.
At Southern States Bank, we pride ourselves on being your bank. We're your neighbors and involved in the community. We're the bank featuring the Southern Rewards checking account, a cashback account with no ATM fees. We are on the cutting edge and always have a smiling face to help you out. So come to Southern States Bank, where we are committed to great service and being a great neighbor. Let us be the bank for you and your business.
Hughes Paint and Body Works Towing and Recovery in Oxford is the area's leading auto body shop, serving Anniston, Oxford, Talladega, and surrounding areas since 1996. They specialize in auto body repair and refinishing, paint correction, paintless dent repair, towing, and so much more. For all of your auto body needs, contact Hughes Paint and Body Works Towing and Recovery at 256-835-1170. Also online at HughesPaintandBody.com.
I'm Alan Parnell with Parnell Insurance Agency. We've been here in Oxford and Alabama, Tallapoosa, Georgia since 1990. With Auto Owners Insurance, we're able to give customers competitive pricing along with excellent coverages. Parnell Insurance can handle all of your personal, commercial, and life insurance needs. We have a very experienced staff, both personal and commercial. All together, we've got about 125 years experience. Come see what our insurance agency can do for you in Oxford, Alabama, and Tallapoosa, Georgia.
Auto Owners Insurance.
At Bentley Prosthetic and Medical Supply, we care about you. We offer custom prosthetics, orthotics, diabetic shoes, and durable medical supplies. We're located here in Alexandria, Alabama, where it's a country feel but professional care. Come see us today.
Welcome back to Rise and Shine. If you're just tuning in, I'm here with Dana Cordell from Gadsden State Community College. We're discussing the valuable continuing education and corporate training programs available. So Dana, let's talk more about accessibility and support for students and businesses. So how accessible are these continuing education programs for people who are currently working or have other commitments?
So I offer these courses not only during the day but also at night. And one of the main things, because of the continuing education portion, I want to be sure and offer those when anyone could come. So generally 5 to 7 in the afternoons for a short training. Full days, of course, that's going to be different. And if it's during the day, I try and have those on Saturday mornings, so that we can reach more of the community that way.
Yeah, because people are busy.
Right, very busy. Time is valuable, right?
It really is.
It is.
So people offer that. Do you offer online or hybrid classes?
And not currently for the continuing education portions, because a lot of times for continuing education, these short-term training, being able to put hands-on and ask those questions of the instructor in real time seems to be more effective than having those online.
Yeah, there are some classes that you just need to be there in person.
Very
true.
Just
get more out of it. Let's talk about the process for enrolling in the continuing education or even in that corporate training program, because I'm sure people are, our viewers are watching and thinking, how can I get enrolled? How can I get involved in this?
Sure, anyone could. So if you just go to gadstenstate.edu, our main webpage, from there you would go to the programs tab, and under programs it would be continuing education. And there you will see all the classes that would be listed, and there are links where you would be able to register. One good thing about continuing education programs currently is that once you register for these programs and pay, then after you have attended, that shows up on your transcript.
Oh, nice.
Yes, so these continuing education classes do now show up on all transcripts throughout ACCS.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Yes.
Are there any prerequisites or application requirements for this? Because you said it's open to anyone.
It is, yes. And if there are specific to those courses that are offered, they would be in the course description. Generally, though, it's mainly just the interest for the course and the wanting to learn.
Yeah, so the desire to learn.
The desire to learn.
Yeah, so that's the prerequisite there.
Yes, it is. Continual learning.
There you go.
Learning.
And that website is so great. There's so much information there. I was scanning through it. And like yesterday as I was getting ready for our conversation this morning, and it is, I mean, it lays everything out there. You can go there again, gaddsdenstate.edu, and if there's a course you're interested in, chances are it's on there, and if it's not, reach out to Dana.
Yes, please do.
Do you take that, like, taking that into consideration, of course, as you're working with like these corporations and even individuals? I'm sure the conversations like spark, okay, well, maybe we can start that program.
Right, and we do. I have a lot of people to communicate with me. One of the big things since I have come on board in June, because I just did begin this position in June, has been ballroom dancing.
Oh.
So if anyone knows of an instructor that would be able to teach ballroom dancing, that is a very large interest in our area.
I love that.
I've heard so many people talk about wanting to have that course again because it was offered previously, yes. And that would be someone that has 5 years experience, what we consider an expert in the field, to be able to teach, and then of course come through our employment process to be vetted.
That's so cool. I would take that. Ballroom dancing. Yeah, I mean,
I would too.
Wow, so there's a big need for that.
Well, there is a demand for it, that is for sure.
Cool.
I've had so many people, between that as things such as stained glass, that's another one that I would be looking for an instructor for, someone that could teach that course because there has been a lot of interest. I've received a lot of people reaching out to me wondering when that would be offered.
Yeah.
So that one as well. And then I will be offering a 3D printing basics class. So that will be coming soon. We have not set a date yet. So everyone please do just stay in touch and let us know that you're interested.
Yeah, the more people that are interested, the more you can go and search out for an instructor and put that program together. I can imagine.
That is true. Because we don't want to create a course and then not anyone show up. There not be any interest for it. So it's a demand.
Yeah. That's so cool. Let me know if ballroom dancing comes open.
Will.
I would love to take that if I can talk my husband into it. Probably can. I'm guessing a lot to get ready for weddings and stuff.
And that is another thing is that to go along with the ballroom dancing, what I would like to offer, and we are offering this course, is etiquette. We're calling it Etiquette 120 because it's an hour long, or 2 hours long. So the Etiquette 120, we go into how to present yourself in public, how to, the protocols and social etiquette that you have whenever you go into an after 5 meeting. So there's lots of events that are coming up around the holiday season, so we're going to offer that. I was hoping to group it with the ballroom dancing because those go hand in hand to me, but again, if you know of anyone, just please do have them reach out to me.
Awesome. Okay. Well, you heard it right here. Definitely. And that is a really great course to offer, the etiquette. You don't think about that, but that can come into play in all types of situations.
It can.
It's like you said, like if you're going to like after hours events or even in your daily, work day, having good etiquette is appreciated, and it helps you with your clients or your coworkers or anyone. So that's great. So that is a class that is starting? It is. So the etiquette class, we're going to have the 14th of November at Cherokee campus, and then on the 15th of November in Gadsden. Okay. And another thing about the etiquette that as I was speaking with the instructor, her name is Rita Allen. She's 40 plus years of this type of speaking and etiquette experience. Wow. And teaching. So one other thing that we thought of is that when you're going for scholarship applications, whenever you're doing your interviews with universities, this etiquette course really could help them, the students, to be able to present themselves in a way, again, it's being prepared, so that when they go, they can get what's inside reflected to those that they're interviewing with. Yeah, practice.
Yes.
In anything that you want to be good at, you have to put forth that effort and that practice. And when you have experts that can help guide you through that, just like the ACT prep, and even with this, like, you're preparing for your future. When you go into any type of interview, if you're prepared, it's just going to go smoother for all.
It's very true.
Yeah, you don't want those
Very
awkward
true.
moments in an interview, like ask somebody a question and they're
Right. Not sure how to answer. Yes,
Right.
preparation is key.
It really is. So that's great. So you are working with quite a few individuals that may be returning to education after a long break or
Yes.
looking to make a change in career. How does Gadsden State support those individuals?
That is, the students are the heartbeat of Gadsden State.
Yeah.
So we want to be sure to make everyone feel comfortable. We will take time with you. If you're just returning, not sure what to do, where to go, who to talk to, we all at the college work very closely together so that we are familiar with what each other do, and if there's a need that the student has, we get on the phone, we get on the emails, and make sure that we get those needs met for the student to make them feel comfortable. A lot of times you don't want to just throw someone out there and say, just go find it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do have to do that, but what we want to do is to assist the students to make sure that they are successful. So whatever they need, we want to be sure and provide that for them.
Yeah. You mentioned that you all work together, and that has been something that I found just so incredible. Every Thursday morning when I get to have someone from Gadsden State on this show, that is one of the things that across the board they always talk about, like how you work together to just mainly to support the students, and that's everyone has that mindset, and that's really cool and hard to find. You don't find that in all businesses and all corporations and all, in this college system here, y'all are just all supportive of one another. And again, there for the students' best interest. And so that's amazing. Okay, so money. Let's talk about options, because of course, people, if they're interested in going back to school, one of the things that, is top of mind is, how do I afford it? Right. So what kind of financial aid or funding options are available for students who are interested in the continuing education programs?
So if there is a need that a student has, say for example, if they need to know the Excel courses for their business, that would be something that we would talk to them about and determine the need. If there is that need, then we can potentially pay for that for the student. Again, that is based on need, and if it's mainly need for employment or to gain employment. So the CPR as well, and there is not necessarily scholarship monies, but there are a lot of courses that are also offered that are free.
Yeah.
A lot of the instructors are willing to give of their time to promote the class. And those classes a lot of times are taught during the day, during regular working hours for the instructors, but some are not. And again, that's just where it comes in handy to keep a check on that website to know what is available. Also social media, it's a huge push where everybody can stay connected, and we do try and keep everything posted there as well.
Is there a separate social media account for continuing education?
There is.
Okay.
Yes, it's just the Continuing Education Corporate Training of Gadsden State.
Okay, so if you go to Facebook, that's what you would search for, is the continued education.
Right, Gadsden State Continuing Education Corporate Training.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
So you could go there and kind of follow along with what's going on and what courses are offered for free. And I wonder if these corporate training programs, do they put their employees through those courses, because it's benefiting them, a continued education for them.
It does, and they provide the payment for the courses for their employees, yes.
Yeah, it just makes their production even higher.
Right.
So it's a win-win for all. You have employees that are they're more prepared and more educated on what they need to do, and then that just helps benefit the corporation.
It does.
Well, we've got more to talk about, but we've got to go hear a word from our sponsors, and so we'll be right back. Stay tuned. You're watching Rise and Shine right here on WEAC TV 24.
Campers Unlimited, we offer a no-pressure experience, no hidden fees, and great service after the sale, making us one of the fastest-growing RV dealers in the Southeast. With our second location in Oxford, we offer a great selection of over 220 campers from top brands, including Grand Design. Our mission is to help friends and family spend time together in the great outdoors. At Campers Unlimited, you aren't just a customer, you are family. Check out our inventory at campersunlimited.net or come see us at Gadsden or Oxford.
Hello, I'm Taylor Sloan with the City of Oxford, with a word about one of our city's most precious resources, water. Clean water enriches our lives in so many ways, but we cannot afford to take it for granted. Remember, every time you pour something unnatural down the drain or in the environment, and every time you litter, our beautiful lakes and creeks suffer. Our city is beautiful. Let's all join together to keep it that way. Stop pollution where it starts, and help protect our waters for life.
What can you buy for $10? A hat? A milkshake? 166 channels plus live sports? That's right, for only $10 you can get 166 channels of classic TV shows and movies, including the latest news update from all around the world and local sports. Just simply go to 24ctn.com and click download, and then for only $10 you can have access to the best TV available.
Looking for unbeatable deals? Look no further than Shop 24, your go-to spot for incredible discounts and savings. From local dining and entertainment to grocery stores and everything you need, we've got deals you won't find anywhere else. But hurry, these hot deals are limited and going fast. Grab your phone and call now. Don't let these savings slip away. Join me, Kip Chappell, with Shop 24 every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Tune in to save big with Shop 24.
Some say college isn't for single parents or people who work full-time. I'm here to prove them wrong. I'm a first-generation American, the father of Dion, and a non-traditional student at Gadsden State Community College. As a sergeant in the Army National Guard, I've watched soldiers with degrees progress faster in their careers. So today, I'm in school, involved in the Veterans Upward Bound program, and excited to see what's in store for my career. I truly am earning my wings at Gadsden State.
At DVP Auto Group, we have a wide selection of any type of car you could want. We offer financing for all types of credit. Not only can we help you to purchase a car affordably, but we can help you with any issues you may experience with your car as well. We provide oil change, tire repair, brake service, or anything else you may need. We also gladly accept trade-ins, and if you're willing, we can help you drive away in a new car the same day. If you don't see something you like in the lot, we'll help you find one, whether you buy from us or not. Come see us today.
Welcome back to Rise and Shine. Thank you for sticking with us, or if you're just joining us, we are having a great conversation with Dana Cordell with Gadsden State. We've talked about the continuing education program so the corporate training program as well. And so we've covered a lot about individual experience, and I want to continue talking about the collaborations with local businesses and industries, because that's really important. And these corporate training programs, how do you tailor those to the different specific needs of businesses and industries?
So, Courtney, what we would do, we would meet with the specialists there at the site for the company. So if a company is interested in quality or production clerk positions, they need to brush up on their skills there. If they want to talk about, which I have with a few companies, about forklift training, working on something for that as a general certification where the employees would gain knowledge as far as the forklift training itself, safety protocols, PPE, how to operate, the checks that they have to do before and after shift, etc. And then the company could specifically train when they come in to the company as employment their specific forklifts and their process there, instead of having to train from the ground floor all the way up if someone has not had any experience in forklift. So it's just sitting down with the company, those relationships again, sitting down with the company, talking to them about their needs and seeing how we can meet them and help to provide what they need.
Wow, that's so beneficial. So when someone's onboarding onto a company, then you can they can see what the needs are. Or, okay, I want this employee, but they need some training in this, or they need some updates. They haven't run a forklift in a while, so they can reach out to you and say, hey, I need this training for my...
Right, and ideally, if we can get the forklift program up and running, hopefully soon, then that could be an applicant pool where employers could then use our program funnel through new employees, those that they're looking for to bring in as forklift operators. That would eliminate some of that training time that they would need whenever they're employed.
Oh, and time is money.
It is, for sure, especially in industry.
Yeah, really, every hour counts. I mean, you have to make the most, and so when you have that confidence that someone's been through the training, or that they know that they can take them through this training, and they're gonna know what they need to know, then that saves you a lot of money and time.
Yes,
and
it
you have
does.
that confidence, and your employees have that confidence, because that's so important as an employer to know that, hey, my employees have the confidence that it takes to do this job. That takes a lot of that pressure that we've talked about. And that's what you do a lot, is take a lot of pressure off of the students and off of the employees and employers, and that gives that peace of mind, and that's great.
Right, just working together as a partner to try and help everybody meet their needs. And again, like you said, taking the pressure off of them, where they don't have to provide, the employers, they wouldn't have to provide the training themselves. They tell us what they need. We formulate the training program, and then let the students go through the training and go back to work.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
More productive.
More productive. That's always good. Now, we talked about earlier in segment 1 about the partnerships and the collaborations that you have with organizations like the Chamber of Commerce and those economic development groups. Is there anything else that we want to expand on with talking about that? People, of course, getting involved with their local Chamber of Commerce is a great way to start, and then they can learn about these programs.
Yes, very true. Because, again, partnership with the Chamber, then they also advertise our programs as well, so that all of the community members, and then also the business and industry knows. Because just because there is a community class that we currently have does not mean industry doesn't need to know about it, because they might want their employees to then come, or could recommend and advertise to their employees, and they could come after hours. So it's important that everyone be informed.
Yeah, because that communication, I mean, even with the ACT prep, you've had this course for a while.
Yes.
I wasn't aware if I was aware, so that's why we love having, like this morning, being able to tell people the things that are available, because there are so many opportunities available right here in our local communities. And when you don't know, Ellen on Fridays, she talks about, if you only know what you know, right? If you don't know, you don't know. And so with this, being able to get that information out there is so important. So make sure that you're sharing this information with loved ones. If you know someone, again, that's wanting to prep for the ACT, check out that Facebook page or the website at gadstonstate.edu and get them enrolled, because there's limited spots available. That class is coming up soon.
Yes.
So that's really important. Okay, well, let's shift gears for a minute, because I know you have a big conference that's coming up soon, and it is something that is top of mind right now in conversations, and it should be. It's mental health.
Yes.
And that is so important. It's important that we have these conversations and that we talk about these, and that we don't, it's not taboo. Mental health is something that we should, help promote in every person. And so you have that coming up. I think we have the flyer on that mental health conference. There it is. So that's happening tomorrow.
It is.
It's happening tomorrow.
Yes,
Oh my
I will leave
goodness.
here and go set up.
Yeah,
So,
you got a busy day.
It is tomorrow. We are excited about this. This is the 7th annual conference, so this is the 7th year. We'll have many top speakers from not just our area, but also from the Birmingham area and others as well, that are going to give good presentations regarding mental health, how it can affect the workplace, how it affects us individually, and what we can do to be sure that we are caring for not only our mental health, but also preparing to help with others as well.
Yeah, and you can register still right here on this QR code. And so there's registration is still open.
Yes, registration will be open through today, and then you can register at the door for $35.
Okay, so it's less expensive if you go ahead and pre-register?
Correct, yes. If you go ahead and register today, it would be $25, and we provide like a continental breakfast, snacks, and then also a lunch will be provided by AHEC.
Oh, wow. Well, that's worth it.
We all partner together. Our partners are Gadsden Regional and AHEC to provide this mainly for the healthcare professionals. It does provide CEUs for those, so that is a big draw for them. And then also we are providing CEUs for law enforcement EMS, social workers, and educators as well.
Oh wow, and that's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
Yeah. So not only do you get free breakfast or
Yes.
breakfast provided and lunch provided, but then you also have those CU and you get to learn some things, because I know these speakers are going to be incredible. And how do you make sure that you are top of mind with mental health, like you mentioned, like with your employees and anybody that you come into contact with, because you could be a blessing to someone if you are equipped, and again, being prepared.
Very true. And also just knowing how to handle your everyday mental health.
Yeah, not to mention,
a lot of times we get so caught up in our everyday lives that we forget to take care of ourselves as well.
Yeah.
So that's part of this focus for the conference too.
Yeah, we talked about earlier about how busy everyone is, and you forget, you put your mental health to the back burner sometime because you're so busy taking care of your family or your friends or your loved ones or your work, and you kind of forget about yourself sometimes.
Right, and it's good to, the conference allows everyone to just take a minute to reflect and just focus on, hey, what do I need to work on? Is there something that maybe I just need to relax about? Maybe I'm not aware of my mental health right now. Maybe I just need to take a break. So it's just a very good conference, not only to learn about how you can help others, but also how you can help yourself.
Yeah. And sometimes even when I was talking about that wasn't one of the things I thought about, was the self portion of it. But that's so true, and it's so important. And we can't really help others unless we've helped ourselves.
Very true. You can't pour from an empty cup.
Right, you can't. Oh, well, that's going to be a wonderful conference.
We're excited. Thank you.
Yeah, and so that the registration is still open. You get to save $10 if you go ahead and pre-register today. But of course, if something changes in your schedule and you get to make it tomorrow, you can go to the door and purchase a ticket there.
Yes.
And that will be so worth it. If anybody has questions about that, is there a phone number that they could call regarding that mental health conference?
Sure, they're welcome to give me a call at my office phone number, if you'd like for me to give that to you now.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's 256-549-8652. Or Dana Cordell, that's for my email, is D Cordell, Cordell, at GadsdenState.edu.
Awesome. Well, that's going to be a great conference, and so I'm excited for you and for everybody who gets to join. How does that work with do you do events like that often through your programs?
We do occasionally, I wouldn't say very often, maybe quarterly or twice a year. But yes, we do offer events such as that as well.
Well, that goes along with that continuing education, because you do get those CU credits, and so any EMA, you said nurses, any individual.
It is.
Yeah, this is beneficial for anyone. So. Well, cool. Well, we've got lots more things to talk about. We've got to go to another break real quick, but stay tuned. We'll be right back. You're watching Rise and Shine right here on WEAC TV 24.
Come out and check out the Alabama Tractor difference. We can take care of all your needs of parts, sales, and service for RTVs, zero turns, and tractors and construction equipment. See us here in Lincoln at 620 Speedway Industrial Drive. Or come visit us here in Asheville at 275 6th Avenue, or give us a call at 205-594-7000.
At Southern States Bank, we pride ourselves on being your bank. We're your neighbors and involved in the community. We're the bank featuring the Southern Rewards checking account, a cashback account with no ATM fees. We are on the cutting edge and always have a smiling face to help you out. So come to Southern States Bank, where we are committed to great service and being a great neighbor. Let us be the bank for you and your business.
Hughes Paint and Body Works Towing and Recovery in Oxford is the area's leading auto body shop, serving Anniston, Oxford, Talladega, and surrounding areas since 1996. They specialize in auto body repair and refinishing, paint correction, paintless dent repair, towing, and so much more. For all of your auto body needs, contact Hughes Paint and Body Works Towing and Recovery at 256-835-1170. Also online at HughesPaintandBody.com.
I'm Alan Parnell with Parnell Insurance Agency. We've been here in Oxford and Alabama, Tallapoosa, Georgia since 1990. With Auto Owners Insurance, we're able to give customers competitive pricing along with excellent coverages. Parnell Insurance can handle all of your personal, commercial, and life insurance needs. We have a very experienced staff, both personal and commercial. All together, we've got about 125 years experience. Come see what our insurance agency can do for you in Oxford, Alabama, and Tallapoosa, Georgia.
Auto Owners Insurance.
At Bentley Prosthetic and Medical Supply, we care about you. We offer custom prosthetics, orthotics, diabetic shoes, and durable medical supplies. We're located here in Alexandria, Alabama, where it's a country feel but professional care. Come see us today.
Campers Unlimited, we offer a no-pressure experience, no hidden fees, and great service after the sale, making us one of the fastest-growing RV dealers in the Southeast. With our second location in Oxford, we offer a great selection of over 220 campers from top brands, including Grand Design. Our mission is to help friends and family spend time together in the great outdoors. At Campers Unlimited, you aren't just a customer, you are family. Check out our inventory at campersunlimited.net or come see us at Gadsden or Oxford.
Welcome back to Rise and Shine, 8:15 on your Thursday morning, October 17th. If you're just tuning in, we've been visiting with Dana Cordell with Gadsden State Community College. Let's continue our conversation talking about, let's talk about the future of continuing education and some of the programs that are offered. And let's also dive into self-defense, because that's also something that you've been working with to provide those self-defense courses. And I don't know if you saw the episode, but I got to do some self-defense right here, and I was pretty good at it. You'll have to watch it. It was really fun. So who's going to be hosting this self-defense class?
So that is going to be Gadsden State Police Department. If they are amazing. Jay Freeman is doing an excellent job with our police department, leading them and also getting into the community as well, protecting our students and being sure to offer great training. So they will be offering that training through Gadsden State Police Department, but it will run through registration for continuing education. So again, the benefit is that does show up on a transcript, but the class itself, as I'm sure you can say, is very beneficial.
Oh, sure.
And this is not just for women, it's for ladies of all ages, anyone that is interested in learning self-defense. A lot of people want to bring their daughters with them, and that is perfectly fine. So please do register. This is a free course.
Wow.
Again, this is one of those courses. It is very high demand. We expect to have quite a few people at this course, but it is free because we want to be sure that everyone is able to get this information and is prepared. Seems to be a common theme this morning, being prepared.
Being prepared. Well, I think so. When you're talking about things like continuing education and all of the programs that you offer, it is so people can be more prepared. Even the ACT class. I mean, you're right. Everything we've talked about, and that's what you do is you allow people to be prepared for their everyday lives and also for their career.
Yes,
and that's important. I mean, when we're more prepared, we're more at ease, and that even plays into mental health.
It does.
When you are more prepared, the anxiety levels go down, and that helps our mental health. So being prepared is the key to most anything. And being prepared in a way like with the self-defense, it's so important that when you're in a situation that you know how to handle it, because it's really easy to freeze up or to run away or to get, scared, and those aren't great recipes. Those are recipes for disaster.
That's true.
Typically. But when you know, when in a situation, how to maintain your calm because you're prepared, it sure does make everything easier. And that's what this does. I mean, as a female or as a male, when you go into a situation and there is one that you might have to protect yourself or do that, when I can handle this and that confidence is there, then it's just going to, you're going to feel safer and you're going to be able to get yourself out of a situation that unfortunately you have to be in.
Very true. And so with, like for example, with a self-defense class, being educated. And the continuing education department, that's what we want to do, is to educate, help you be educated in whatever area that you have need of, so that you are prepared, so that you are successful, so that you can give your best self and all of your skills to whatever you put your hands to.
Yeah, that's great. And they do such a great job. Again, they really do. That was a really fun morning, getting to learn about the safety aspects there at Gadsden State, making sure that all the students feel very safe and, again, that are equipped with that knowledge. So November 2nd, make sure you need to register for that? Is there a registration?
Yes, they do need to register.
Because that's going to get registration's going to go pretty quickly.
Right, very true, it does.
It's a very sought out program.
It's just once a year. That I believe that in the past, that's what Jay has done, is just last year and then this year, one time a year. So please do, if you have not already, do register so that you can attend.
Well, do they offer that to corporations? Like if a corporation wants to offer a self-defense class, would they come into that business and or bring the business there? Or would that work? So if a corporation is looking into those self-defense classes, is that something that you could offer as well?
That is something that we could offer, yes. We would need to, of course, plan, and we need to collaborate real well with the business and industry and also the police department so that we could offer that training for them. But yes, that would definitely be something. The run, hide, fight that a lot of businesses were doing whenever to inform their employees of what to do in case of any emergent situations. Something similar to that, yes.
Oh, yeah.
That would be something that we could definitely partner with businesses to do.
That'd be very beneficial.
It would be.
Yeah. So any businesses that are out there watching, what would you say to them right now if they're interested in any of these programs?
I would just encourage you to reach out to myself and send me an email. I will see many of you through the community at partnering with you in any of the meetings that we see, but you can call me. My phone number is 256-549-8652. Reach me there, and you can also send me an email at gadstenstate.edu, D. Cordell. I look forward to hearing from you soon.
Yeah, definitely give her a call. See how it could be beneficial to you as an individual or to you as an employer. So you said you've just come on board in June.
I did,
and so
yes.
I know that's not a lot of time, but it is. I know you've made a lot of headway, and there's still more to do. So looking forward to the next 5 to 10 years, what are some of your vision for the future of the continuing education and the corporate training aspect?
Well, I'm excited, and I just want to creating those partnerships. Again, a lot of these entities I've worked with for many, many years.
Yeah.
Familiar with a lot of people, new human resources departments coming in and managers, but I'm very familiar with the areas. I just want to offer training that they're going to need in their divisions. So coming into a closer relationship so that I know those needs, so that we can grow and we have a routine. For example, I want to begin offering the CPR classes monthly so that we can have the lifesaver courses that we offer to business and industry for their first responders. I want us to offer those quarterly.
Nice.
We want to offer, looking at potentially the apprenticeship programs, the CEs that they need to keep their certification through journeyman's apprenticeships. I want to be able to offer those CEs through Gadsden State, through continuing education, so that they would be able to have those offered to them readily, and something that they can depend on quarterly, if not twice a year.
That's so great. Are you just so excited about that?
I am. I've got a lot of long-term goals and that I want to reach towards, but those are high and lofty goals, which Dean Smith does encourage, and he supports through the Office of Workforce Development. It's great.
Yeah, he's great. He needs to come back on the show. It's been a while since I visited with him. I think
that would be good.
He was here back in the spring. I mean, it was, it's been quite some time, and I know there's been some developments in the workforce since he's been here, and that they were talking about the FAME program and getting that going. I think we're going to talk about that next Thursday.
Good.
And so I'm really excited about that, and to get like a a refresher on what's been going on, because there's all the time there's things changing at Gadsden State, right? There's you've got more programs that are happening, and a lot of that, like you said earlier, you listen to what the needs are, and you work with these community partners to see what there is that you can offer to be better stewards of the community.
Right.
And so
that is our goal, is to continually listen and educate back to the community what we see that they need.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, let's recap, just because we have a little bit more time here. I want to make sure if there's maybe something that I didn't ask that you want to make sure that everyone knows. I know we talked about the mental health conference.
Yes.
Let's show that flyer again,
yes,
because that's happening tomorrow, and I want to make sure that everyone is aware of that mental health conference and get registered. You can show up at the door, but you're going to save yourself a couple of dollars if you go ahead and pre-register. And they know to get you in the head count, because I know that's important.
It is important, yes.
Especially when you're looking at providing food. So breakfast and lunch is provided, and a lot of really great speakers there, great information. And then you mentioned that they have the CEU credits as well.
Correct,
or
yes.
How does that work?
So there's 7.2 CEUs for healthcare professionals, and then 6 CEUs for all others.
Yeah, so that's great. So if you are looking for that, that's just an added bonus.
It is.
And then let's again talk about the self-defense classes happening on November the 2nd with the Gadsden State Police and Public Safety Department. Get registered for that, because that is a free class, and that fills up really quickly. I'm not sure how many spots you have available, but it's best to go ahead and pre-register for this, so you do have a spot.
Yes, it is an open auditorium, so they will have quite a few seats, but do need to know how many are coming, so please do register so that they can be prepared. Mm-hmm. And then the ACT prep as well.
Yes, and then the ACT prep. I'm not sure that we have a flyer on that one, but that you can go to the GadsdenState.edu website and go to ACT prep.
Yes.
And so that, oh, there we go. Yeah, it does. One test that can change your life, and doesn't it? I mean, it makes a big difference. Even 1 to 2 points on that ACT
Very true.
Can make a huge difference in the trajectory of your education. And the fee is only $99.
Right, and again, you get the workbook with that.
Mm-hmm.
This course, again, is our first night course. So just we're having this night course to gauge if that night course is going to be successful, or if we need to keep it during the day. So the enrollment and interest in this course at night is going to give me an idea about what we need to offer oncoming.
Yeah, I could imagine that an evening course would be very beneficial, because these typically you're seeing like students, like still high school students that are in there. So from 4 to 7, they don't have to miss out on school, and they can go ahead and go to that evening. And that's one night that could make a huge difference in your life.
Yes, very true.
That's great. So lots of great things happening. And of course, on GadsdenState.edu, you can always find more things. And we talked about the continuing education. If there's programs that you're interested in, you can go to that continuing education under programs. And Dana, I want you to give them your contact information one more time, just so they know how to get in touch with you, email, phone number, and remind them of how to find you on social media.
I sure will. I do want to mention, if I have just a minute,
please do,
that we have a Skills for Success program as well that is at no cost to employers as well as the participants. It is a 5-day course generally. 4 of those days or 3 of those days, depending on how one goes through the online portion. It's the theory portion. Once that is completed at an 80% satisfactory completion level, then they have their labs, either a 1-day or a 2-day lab. So there's lots of different Skills for Success courses that are through the Innovation Center with ACCS that are offered, and again, that's at no cost to the employers. And it could be something as there are customer service, there are carpentry helper, electrical helper. There are a lot of different offerings through Skills for Success that you could see by contacting me, Dana Cordell at dcordell@gadstenstate.edu, and my phone number is 256-549-8652.
You don't call yourself often.
No, I was about to say my cell phone number, which would be fine as
that's
well,
okay.
but we
You're
don't want to mix the two.
Yeah, no, I think, what's my phone number? That's funny. But no, give Dana a call, even if you're just considering something,
Yes,
right? Like,
please.
or if you have any questions or suggestions, you know, like, hey, my business could use this.
Yes.
Is there a possibility of it? And again, if you're a ballroom instructor,
I was about to mention that there
yeah.
are 2 different ones specifically I'm looking for. I've had a lot of demand: stained glass instructor or a ballroom dancing instructor. Those would be your experts. 5 or more years of experience in the field is what I'm looking for.
There you go. Well, hopefully maybe we can find somebody
That would be
this morning
fantastic.
that's watching that's interested. That would be so cool. Or if you know somebody, please let Dana know, because those would be really fun classes.
It
to
would
able
be.
to do.
And again, I've heard so much about many people that are interested in that program.
Oh, wonderful. Well, that's our time this morning. Thank you so much for visiting
you,
with
Courtney.
us. Make sure you go to gadstonstate.edu and check it out. All right, well, with that, we're going to wish you a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow morning, which is Friday, on Alabama Cares. So, again, thanks for watching Rise and Shine right here on W.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brooks Night Guard. Now, the Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away